Okay, this is the electrical system. This is the party lights, and no, party lights should not be used in a permanent application. Accent lights, if you want to call it novelty lights, okay, they're not supposed to be installed in a permanent application. Come up here and that's not supposed to be happening. And they're too low, people can, so there's that. And I've already talked about that, and I've already talked about the meter, and I've already talked about the power coming into the house, but we're going to talk about it just one more moment. So our power coming into the house, it's not 3 feet from the top of the roof. We do not have the proper drip loops for our cables coming in right there. The pressure's coming down, over time it does this. I wish it didn't do it. It does it at my house, unfortunately. I've had to replace my weather mast a couple times, and I'm not looking forward to doing it again, but there you go. There's our meter. It should be sealed on 3 sides. You see it's kind of cut wampus out like that. Alright, so we're just rolling all around. This is the east wall. The home faces south. Okay, this is the alley. This is the garage coming in from the south entrance. Going back around, wrapping back around to the east wall there through our little obstacle course. Okay, so we look up here, we see we got 3 breakers. And down here we see we got 4 slots. Okay, because we're missing a dead front cover right here. You can stick your finger right through the dead front cover and get in there and get some. This is called bundling. Okay, one thing, this box is not original to the structure, so we should be having a building permit here somewhere. Not seeing a building permit. That's what I'm not seeing. Okay, but it was replaced at some time. Not supposed to have more than 1/8 of an inch gap between the cabinet and the walls, and we're not supposed to have that. Not supposed to have bundling. When they redid this, they had a perfect opportunity to do it right. See all those little holes in there? Those are for your wires. See that big hole? Those are for L1 and L2. Okay, like right over here. So the L1 and L2. But no, they just ran them all through there. It's called bundling. It's the skin effect. And they didn't have enough to stick them all through there, so they're bringing some more wires in here. We do not have any kind of a connector or any kind of a friction control right there. Our wires are touching the cabinet cover. This breaker was turned off when I got here. I'm not going to turn it back on unless I find something in the house that's just not working. It's kind of obvious. I might turn it back on, but I have no plans on doing it at this time. Our wires are improperly touching the cabinet cover. We're not supposed to do that. See these little dead men out here? These cabinets are coming off hundreds a minute off the assembly line. Hundreds a minute, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, all this extra plastic coming off the assembly line. They put this up here for a reason. They spent all that money putting it up here for a reason. That's a guideline because the manufacturer thinks that the wires should be back behind that. Okay, we should have protective covers on L1 and L2. Another thing that we do not have an emergency disconnect over on the other wall by the meter. I should have brought attention to it at that time, but I'm bringing your attention to it now. Okay, it comes in. We do not have we do have a main shutoff right here. It's 150 amps, but we do not have non-conductive covers on L1 and L2. And then when our main neutral comes in, it's supposed to wrap 4 times with white tape, not 4 times in a row, 4 times out. I know that's kind of small. Nothing's going to happen because of that. Well, the tape wasn't wrapped right. That's why the house blew up. No, that's not what I'm going to talk about. But is this what is supposed to happen? That's what's supposed to happen. Then we come over here and we've got our neutrals and our ground bars, and you can double lug a ground, but you shouldn't triple lug a ground. You shouldn't triple lug a ground. And coming over here on this L1, on this other neutral, coming off, bootlegged off of whatever that is, I have no idea what that arrangement is, but it is double lugged. It is wrong, and I suspect that it might come down to here for a second grounding rod. I suspect that's what might have happened. I don't know. I don't see the bonding location labeled inside of here, and the wires are touching the cabinet cover. I already said that how many times. Now we come in here. I do not have a whole house surge protection system. I do not have any AFCIs for the bedrooms and the living rooms. I do not have any GFCI for the clothes dryer. I do not have any GFCI for the kitchen appliances. I do not have a lockout for the oven connection. So I do not have GFCI for the clothes dryer. And that's about, oh no, it's not. That's not it. Then we come down here, and this is our cabinet. This is our cover and everything. You see this? This is handwriting. You see that? The manufacturer thinks it should be printed. See where it says GP Power Mark Gold Load Center? Okay, that's what the manufacturer thinks it should be printed. Like it says AB, AB, AB over here, and it's 1 and 2 and 4 and 6 over there. Okay, that's what the manufacturer thinks. That's what the International Residential Code thinks. That's what the National Electrical Code thinks. Everybody thinks that should be printed and not hand labeled. So I didn't always wake up this morning and decide to change the world. It's just what it is. And again, will this breaker work any better or any worse because it was printed or it was handwritten? No, it's not going to change the effect at all. But when somebody's working on the cabinet, it makes it a little bit easier for them. Make it a little bit easier for them if the bonding location was labeled on this. Sure would. So